Hey there guys, and welcome back to the Two Players Podcast, episode 42. We're going to be talking about the news, games we've been playing recently, and then spoiler talk the first episode of Life is Strange Before the Storm. Alright, so first piece of news is that PUBG during a couple weekends ago had the most concurrent players, surpassing Dota 2, which I think is a feat in it of itself, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it also surpassed Overwatch at a point too. When Overwatch was about to enter season 6, it like overpassed it too in Korea. So I'm like, yo, this game is getting really popular. Like, yeah, it's up there like with Dota 2, CS:GO, Overwatch. Like, it's a very popular game, and I don't know if it's like a phase or not. What was the game before this? What was it called?
H1Z1?
Yeah, H1Z1, yeah. I don't think it's like that because people actually really like this game and like they want to be competitive at it. So yeah. I think that's really driving a lot of people to actually like play it. So
there's already teams picking up players and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't think PUBG is going anywhere. This is definitely a game that I really want to play with you, Damian, and obviously a couple of other friends. But just gotta wait till the money's right. But yeah, very excited to go and see where PUBG goes. I believe it's only on console for not PlayStation, only on Xbox. I think they have like the exclusivity rights.
I think it's a limited time. I think for a year. I think maybe I'm not too sure on that, but I know that's like the biggest thing Xbox has right now, and it is pretty big though, because a lot of console players do want to play this game. So
definitely understandable.
Yeah, I mean it looks fun, so I'll probably play it eventually. Alright, so Fire Emblem Warriors is coming out on October 20th and is also a limited edition available. So what do you think about this game anyway, as more gameplay has started coming out anyway? Like, are you still excited for it, or?
I'm sort of just like whatever about these Fire Emblem or like these warrior kind of games, because like I bought Hyrule Warriors and I was like, this is fun, but there's only so much time I really want to put into this,
That's true.
So Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm kind of just like, it's on the Switch, I feel like that this one probably will sell a lot more, just because I feel like Fire Emblem works within this sort of Dynasty Warriors kind of game. And on top of that, it's coming to the Switch, so like, that portability aspect really does help the game. So I do expect this game to do well, but I'm not necessarily excited for it. But I hope it's good. It does look good from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game looks okay. Like, it doesn't. I actually think it looks a little less appealing than the Hyrule Warriors, and I think this game should like just be better because it just fits the theme more. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it'll still probably be fun. I'm probably not gonna buy it like at launch. Yeah. But it still looks fun. I really enjoyed my time in Hyrule Warriors, so I'll probably buy it anyway.
Yeah. Also, I'll probably just wait for a sale, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna wait for a sale too, because it's not something I like desperately need right now. But this special edition is pretty cool too. But
yeah, it comes with like a CD, some like cards or whatever. If you're into that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's the standard like limited edition stuff. But yeah, I mean, I guess we gotta wait. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming out in October anyway, so yeah, I'll probably be busy with playing Mario Odyssey by that time. Well, I mean, it's coming out October 27th, so I'll probably
towards the end.
Probably choose Mario Odyssey besides that.
Yeah. All right. So the next piece of news is that the Miiverse will be closing down. I believe this is only for Wii U and 3DS.
Yeah.
So Nintendo's little social media thing that they try to do for consoles is finally shutting down. I think that this was inevitable, just because Miiverse was pretty much used as like a place where kids would like post random things and then they would turn into memes or whatever. So, but yeah, Miiverse is like whatever to me, but it is closing down this upcoming November.
Yeah, we're losing our memes in Splatoon 1, so rest in peace for that. Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, because like Miiverse is always sort of just like a very limited like social media thing, and it didn't really like count for anything besides like Splatoon, really. But I guess it's sad seeing it go down. I know people liked it, but it was also like it wasn't that great. But exactly. I mean, it's still sad whenever they did closing this down really early. Like, it hasn't even been like a year since the Switch came out, and they're already shutting it down for like Wii U users and stuff. So that's kind of scummy. But they could have at least waited like another year or two. But
maybe they're releasing something better. Who knows?
Probably. All right. So the Nintendo Summer Showcase, they showed some stuff. And probably the most exciting one was what was it called? Travis Strikes Again, right? No More Heroes.
Yeah, we could just like pick out games and stuff. So I guess we could start out with the No More Heroes game. I didn't read much about like details outside of this event, but I'm very excited to go and see Travis touchdown, return to Nintendo's hardware on the Switch. I believe this is No More Heroes 3, I think, with
I
just
don't
like a
think
different title.
so, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure. I think some of the information that came out is gonna play like No More Heroes, but you're going through different like indie games or something. I think that's the thing. I think it's supposed to be like a bridge over game from 2 to 3. I think.
Okay.
I don't think it's the full 3.
Okay. All right. Well, it's still exciting going to see Travis touchdown, come back and stuff like that after so many years. I played No More Heroes 1. I didn't finish it, though. I did enjoy my time with it. I still need to purchase No More Heroes 2 one of these damn days. But, yeah, very exciting to go and see No More Heroes make a return.
Yeah, we also had Super Meat Boy Forever, which is like a runner.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Nintendo chose like the opening game was Meat Boy, and then their closer was No More Heroes, so they definitely chose like the best two games to show off. But No More or Super Meat Boy Forever, I at first thought this was like a sequel, but it does look more like a runner sort of deal. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be like levels and stuff, so maybe it's not like a platforming sort of challenge or deal, but like you're gonna be running forever and you're gonna have to like think on your feet or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it looks okay, but it still looks like a mobile game, so I'm like, not into that as much. They also showed the next Shovel Knight like expansion thing where you play as King Knights. That looks really good. I don't really know too much about it, but they didn't really show too much information, but it looks good, so that's good. I love Shovel Knight. I love all the expansions they did were like super high quality, so I'm really down for that. And Jagged Mark Red Death also looks really good. It's made by Integrate, which made like the Azure Gun Vault whatever. And what else they made? Blast Master Zero and stuff. Yeah, that game looks really good too. It's like this weird 2D ninja game and looks really good. Like the sprite animations look amazing. Like they're really good at that. The whole sprite art and stuff. It looks really nice. Or
a game that was very interesting was Morphe's Law. 4v4 competitive shooter where like wherever you shoot, I think that part of your body gets bigger and theirs turns smaller or something like that. It's a very interesting title. I'll put it at that. But I mean, what was your initial reaction to this game?
I feel like it's trying too hard to be different, and it's just not gonna work. Like Splatoon was the right amount of different for a shooter because it's still like a shooter, but you're just doing something a little different. But it really changes how the game works. This is just like it just looks like a mess. Like I don't know if this is gonna work.
It could work. Obviously. But this is coming to the Switch exclusively for consoles this winter, so I'm not exactly sure on how this game will do well with Splatoon already on there, and 4v4 shooters like this that are exclusively online. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a online only game. It needs to get a community going, so I'm not exactly sure how they're going to get that community. But this game's either going to do okay or it's going to bomb entirely. I
feel like with these games, it's either you do really well or you just die. So I think that's how even like big AAA like free to play FPS like just died to Overwatch. So it's like it'd be really different and good to like surpass that. So we'll see. I don't know if they could do it, but
yeah. Polybridge is coming to the Switch this holiday season. This is a indie game that has been appearing on various streams and stuff like that. It's
fun.
Yeah, it definitely looks fun. A very interesting game. You just have to like build a bridge and like get across, right?
Yeah. But like they give you like a bunch of different ways to do it, and like different vehicles have to pass through it and stuff. Like it's really frustrating, but it's pretty fun. I'm not good at it at all, but
all right. Golf Story, a RPG about golfing.
Steven Universe game. It's like really Steven was like, I'm playing a golf RPG, and like that's what that game is.
So yeah, we got this game coming out. I forget this September exclusively or launch exclusive or whatever. Anything else interesting?
They didn't really show like the big ones. Like Hollow Knight wasn't shown. Enter the Gungeon, Stardew Valley. Like those were, I guess, they're still being like we'll wait for those.
Supposedly Stardew Valley is entering like the final stages or something
I've heard,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with Gungeon, yeah.
So just got to go and wait for those to come out. But overall, this Indie Showcase, I think, was needed in some regards because, you know, it's sort of like, you know, we got all of these AAA titles from Nintendo coming out on the Switch, but what's, you know, all the indie stuff. So now that we know when most of that stuff is.
Yeah, I'm down with indies on Switch. Like, I just, if indie games came out at the same time as PC and Switch, I'd probably just get it for Switch now. Just because I really like having indie games on the Switch for some reason. It's just nice. I don't know. I like it. I like the Switch a lot. It's great.
It's also that portability aspect.
Yeah, that's it. I could just lay down in my bed if I want to, like play a game, and that feels so good. All right. So yeah, Sonic Forces has a release date in bonus edition.
Yeah, finally a release date.
You see this bonus edition? They have a Persona 5 thing. Yeah, I forget Sega owns Atlas, so it's really weird. I'm like, whoa, is that Persona 5? What? It makes me want to pre-order it just for that, but I'm not. But, you know.
I'm probably going to pre-order it just because I recently got the Best Buy Gamers Unlocked, and you get like 20% off or whatever. Yeah. It's pretty good because it's on all new games. So, like, it doesn't matter how old the game is. Yeah. So, I might just go to Best Buy and pre-order it. But you also get a controller skin, and the game is releasing on November 7th, which is pretty close to Mario Odyssey, if I do say so myself. Yeah. So, but yeah, finally glad we got a release date. I had a feeling that, you know, most Sonic games when they release, like the Sonic games, they release during November or like the fall season. So not surprised that they chose November 7th as their date. I'm still kind of excited for it now that like everyone's pretty much like hating on this game because it's like probably going to be garbage or whatever. But I'm of the opinion that like I still believe in Sonic Team. I think that they can make good Sonic games. It's just a matter of you know, what the other people think, and I'm just sort of like, you know, whatever.
I mean, I think people are hating on the game too much. I think it's just going to be okay. Like, I don't think it's going to be, like, amazing or anything. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it sucks, but we just have to wait and see. I don't think it's going to suck, though. I think it's just going to be okay. Like, it's going to be, like, a 7 out of 10. That's basically
it's been a while since I've been like, you know, praising a Sonic game in terms of like Sonic Teams, Sonic games, if you know what I'm saying.
Mania was really good, but that wasn't Sonic Team. So.
Mania was good, you know, not Sonic Team. I think the last Sonic game that I really enjoyed was Generations, Colors, and then Unleashed. So I think those are like the 3 ones. But moving on, we're going to get into news about Nintendo partnering with Western Digital Corporation to go and make micro SD cards for the Switch. Yeah. So pretty much these SD cards are just branded with the Switch logo on there. So
I mean, it would be cool if they were like cheaper or something. Like, but
probably not. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they chose SanDisk or Western Digital or whatever to go in do these micro SD cards, because I think for years now with the 3DS they've been using SanDisk SD cards with their 3DSs. So, you know, doing it for the Switch and now partnering with them, I think it was inevitable. So I might buy one of these, maybe just like the 64 gig one. I'm not exactly sure.
I might too, because I really like downloading just stuff on my Switch without having to like buy it, because I don't know, it just is more convenient, I guess. Like I'm too lazy to like order it on Amazon or something, and I'm probably just gonna need it eventually anyway. But I don't know, I think it's cool. You know, it makes sense. They've been using micro SD cards for like a while now, so it makes sense that they just partnered up. So. Yeah, I mean, it just seems decision. Like, basically. I mean, like, what 3DS uses it too,
right? I believe they just use regular SD cards. Okay. But they do use SanDisk. So.
Yeah. So. All right. So the original Travis Touchdown voice actor is not returning. Apparently, they didn't even tell him, right, that they were making.
Yeah, supposedly he's like extremely disappointed. What do you say, bro? Join me. Let's see how we can take this. So then he said, at Suda51, performance matters. So. Yeah, I mean, like, whenever voice actors change within video games, people don't realize how important they are to certain characters. But you know, whether the voice actor returns or not, depending on the character. Like Travis Touchdown, I'm not really attached to that character, but for like the Sly Cooper movie, when like the voice actor was like completely different and sounded completely different, I had a problem with that. But if he sounded similar to like Kevin Miller, the original Sly Cooper voice actor, I would have had no problem with it. But you know, I'm not exactly sure, because like I didn't even notice during the No More Heroes Travis Strikes Back trailer.
I mean, I couldn't even hear it because the music was so loud. But you know, yeah. I mean, it just sucks that I didn't even tell him. Like, it would have been good to just let him know. But it's also like, I mean, I don't really know how important it is to like the game, or I guess it's important to people who really like No More Heroes. But for me, it doesn't really matter that much. But it still just sucks that, you know, no one has to the 51 tell him that, hey, we're making another one. You want to voice Travis again? So yeah, that's kind of scummy, but. Probably because he was probably gonna ask for more money than just some random guy. So
yeah, I mean, who knows? You know, it's a business, so
yeah. So yeah, right. That's where everything goes to. Right.
PlayStation is releasing translucent controllers like they did back in the PS2 days. These are very nostalgic for me because I used to own a lot of translucent controllers.
I never liked translucent controllers.
Yo, to be honest, they look pretty cool. Cause I
have the silver one though. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cause like when I would play Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and you would just like see the controller rumble and like the things inside just like spin around. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, they're releasing these controllers, translucent, blue, white, and red. The white one is exclusive to GameStop, I believe, and then the blue one is exclusive to Walmart, and then the red one's exclusive to Best Buy. So. Yeah, I guess this is going to be pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure how well these will sell because, you know, they're still like $65 a controller, which is still insane to me. So, but yeah, you know, translucent controllers are coming out for the PS4 if you're interested.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It reminds me of like playing PS2 back then.
Yeah.
I think I still have my like white translucent one somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. Alright, so Capcom reissuing Street Fighter 2 on the Super NES.
So they're pretty much
gotta cash in on that nostalgia.
Yeah, man.
It's not like you already sold this game for $40 on the Switch, and now you want to sell it again. Come on.
Yeah, so they're pretty much repackaging Street Fighter 2 cartridges. Some of them will be red, but I believe 1,000 will then be glow in the dark green. You have to pay $100 for this bundle because it doesn't just come with the game; it comes with like a bunch of other useless crap that I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't care about. One approach that I heard someone say was that they should have just like released this as like a regular gray cart for like $40, and I'm pretty sure a lot more people would have bought this instead of limiting it to 5,500.
No, you gotta make it rare, you know. You gotta get people excited.
Gotta force those, you know, people to buy it. I don't know why, but I mean it already sold out, so
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna work. Obviously, people are obviously gonna buy it, but. Still, it's like this. You could just see this, like, as Capcom, just like, yeah, give me good nostalgia and give me money. Like, that's basically.
It's like they need to pay the bills. What do we do? I guess we just
let's just
an old game.
Street Fighter 2 for like the 40th time. Let's just make more money.
Yeah.
So. I mean, it looks nice, but still, like, come on, you could just feel the scumminess there.
Yeah. All right. Next piece of news is that Mario is supposedly no longer a plumber.
Yeah, that's dumb.
So.
My lord.
Yeah, so Mario's no longer a plumber. I believe in like the bio or whatever they released, it said he worked as a plumber. So, they're just saying that, yeah, he's no longer a plumber or whatever. I mean, some people are like reacting over this where it's like a big deal or whatever, but like honestly, Mario lore, Mario story, it's not the biggest thing to me, but.
What are you talking about? He was everyone's favorite plumber. Not like he goes like, well, he can't go through pipes anymore. That was his whole thing. Was the pipes.
I mean,
it just seems so random that it just came out.
Yeah,
he's not.
It's like every single news outlet was like, Mario's no longer a plumber. I'm like, all right, well, guess we gotta, you know, talk about this a little bit, but
yeah. It's not that big of a deal. All right, so game journalist sucks at Cuphead. Yeah, have you seen the video of this, right? Where the guy didn't know how to go past the tutorial.
Holy shit, man!
That made me triggered.
It just, alright, so this also brings another point of discussion that I wanted to talk about. So pretty much this footage is pretty much someone playing Cuphead, but they're playing the tutorial, and I couldn't even get past that part because he was sucking so hard at the game where it was like he had to like jump and then dash, right? But he couldn't do it, or like he wasn't smart enough to know what to do. And like it was just so painful to watch, and like it's like 26 minutes too. So like I didn't even get past that part, but I would imagine that like the rest of the game or like the rest of the footage that is here would just be as painful, maybe even worse. So my point of discussion that I want to talk about is that can you be a games journalist but suck at video games?
I feel like you should know know how to read, first of all, because it tells you what to do in the tutorial. But I also feel like you should be like skilled enough to beat a game of any kind, like even maybe at the easiest setting, but like you should know basic mechanics. Since you are playing games like all day, you should know how mechanics of games work, because most of the time they cross over with each other. Like, this is just a platformer and you could do a midair dash, like that's not a new thing. Like, you should know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should know the basic fundamentals of a game. But I feel like you don't have to be amazing at a game, but you should be able to get through a game. It just depends on
pretty much be able to finish it.
Yeah, like I know Cuphead is a hard game, but that was a tutorial, man. Like, I feel like you have to be like super understanding of your skill level. Like, if you make a review on Cuphead and say, "Oh, I'm not good at platformers, but I can still appreciate this game," then that's fine. But like, just don't like complain about it because you're an idiot and don't know how to do a dash.
Pretty much. This was like my thought process when I was playing Mario 64, because I planned on reviewing it for this week's video, but I couldn't because it was either too bad at the game or the game's just weirdly cryptic, and I still don't know which one's which. I'm leaning towards the second one, but you know, it could also just me being bad at Mario 64. But you know, if I'm like bad at a game and I'm gonna review it, I'm gonna let the viewer know that I'm bad, but at the same time, I might, like, if I'm part of like freaking GameSpot or IGN or whatever, why would they give me a game that I'm not good at when there's probably 5 to 10 other people in the office that is able to, you know, I guess, you know, play the game a lot better than I can, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think they should probably, like, these game journalists, like, places, they should probably like assign certain games to certain people if they're due to like their skill and like what type of games they would like more. Like, I know like you don't want to have like a biased opinion because this person likes a genre more, but if they can actually like beat it, complete it, and appreciate the full thing, then I think they should just do it like that instead of just like giving it to some random person that doesn't know. Then maybe this person just sucks at platformers, I don't know, but maybe he's great at like RTSs or something, but you know, we don't really know. So I don't know. I think they should probably work it out like that if they really want to, but just doing it like this just isn't gonna like work.
If you're not good at video games, you should not be a games journalist. It's like let's say I just suddenly wanted to review music. I'm not a music expert, so like I probably shouldn't do that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just a little point that I wanted to make.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I feel just be okay at games. Like, you know, you not be amazing, just like beat the game. Please.
Be able to get through it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Alright, so Splatoon 2 designer explains why Salmon Run is not available at all times. And the reason he gives this is because of like a cultural difference in terms of like he said in Japan there's a sense of we're making a thing for you and this is how we want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I gather that Japan's very like, they don't like to change that much.
Yeah.
So like, if they have a design decision and that's like their vision, then that's what they're gonna stick with. Like, we were lucky enough to get the 24-hour thing, like, but that's about it.
I don't. I mean, I get, you know, it is a cultural thing, but at the same time, you're not just selling this game to people in Japan, you know? Yeah, you're selling this game to people all around the world.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, Japan is more prideful on what product they make, and they think what they make is usually like, this is how it is. Like, I don't understand why you want us to change it. Well, in America, we're like, change it. But you know, they're probably just not gonna change their mind on that, even though it's a dumb decision.
Yeah,
they're still not gonna change their mind on it.
I think the analogy within the Rolling Stones article, someone said it was like when you go into like a tea shop, you can't get sugar on one thing, but you could get sugar on another thing or something like that. So like that's what they use for Splatoon. It's like, we made this game and this is how we want you to enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm not enjoying it on how you're making it. Yeah,
I mean, you should always take the feedback, but I know Nintendo doesn't really take feedback too much. But it's just like cultural difference, and I understand, but like I don't want to. All right, so LA Noire is game released again for some reason. It's coming for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, and I think the Switch version is supposed to be more expensive.
It's like $10 more because of like cartridge or whatever.
Switch tax. Yeah.
I hope it's only $10 more for the physical version.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But I was hoping to get it on the Switch, but I'm probably gonna get it on PS4 now. I think I watched SGB Plays this like years ago when they did it on their channel. I forget most of the stuff within the game, so I'm probably just gonna buy it on PS4 and just enjoy it, because this is a pretty good game from like what I can remember of watching them play. Anyways.
Yeah, I've heard it was good, but I could probably just buy it on Steam for like $1.
You could also do that. Yeah, you know, you could also do that, but yeah, it's very interesting that they just suddenly was like, we're re-releasing LA Noire on next-gen consoles, including the Switch. So
yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I heard it was good, but
yeah,
I don't really have much else to say about it, because I think I watched one playthrough also, but I can't really remember because that was a long time ago.
All right, so the last piece of news is that the FTC did not do anything to the CSGO Lotto owners. So T. Martin, Pro Syndicate, and I forget what the last guy, but pretty much they're all not going to get fined or anything like that. So
that's pretty dumb.
Yep. We covered this when it originally happened, and I forget what episode that was, but it's just very interesting that we're still talking about this. You know, when was the H3H3 video released? That's over a year ago. And we're still talking about this, and you know, now that the FTC doesn't want to do anything about it, I feel like they're just not looking at the situation as serious as it was. That's just my theory anyways. But it could just also just be them just saying, whatever, you know, it's old at this point. But people still remember, you know, what T. Martin and Pro Syndicate did with this website and stuff. So
yeah, it's like if you don't punish them now, they're just gonna like do it again, or some other people are gonna do it. So I don't know why. I mean, they probably don't understand as much as us. Like, you know, we're probably gonna see the impact of it. Like, they don't really care.
I mean, it already impacted on how Steam did trading and stuff, you know.
That's true.
They had to change their whole policy.
I feel like it's just going to happen again. Like, you know, we're going to get another CSGO thing, or maybe some other game. And then it's just like, you can't really blame anyone because we already know it was bad. So it's like, they just go unpunished. It's like, oh, they just got away with, like, whatever. And, like, that's dumb. Because what they did was extremely scummy and, like, not legal at all, so.
Definitely illegal shit here, so.
Yeah. Alright, so, yeah, you wanna...
Games we've been playing recently. I'll start with you, Damian. What have you been playing recently, other than Life is Strange?
I haven't really been playing much. I think I've been playing Diablo 3 a lot because they released the Necromancer, like, character, which is for, like, $15, which is, like, way overpriced, but I bought it anyway because I'm a Blizzard fanboy and buy anything. But, yeah, it's just a Necromancer is a new class, and it's really fun. I really like Diablo 3, so it's nice to just have an excuse to go back to it while waiting for like other games to come out. And yeah, it's just a really fun class. You know, it has a really fun mechanic where like when you kill an enemy, like leaves a corpse on the ground, and you can use that corpse to like do other abilities and stuff. So it's a very nice flow of gameplay. I like it a lot. Not much else to say because you just like kill monsters and get gear. Like it's a very good game to like listen to a bunch of podcasts that I miss.
Okay.
And besides that, I played Life is Strange, but we'll talk about that later. And I'm trying to think. Did I play something else? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
I've been waiting to get rabbits. I might not buy rabbits till like Christmas maybe, because there's a lot of stuff in October that I want to save up for.
Yeah, so. I'm already saving up money for Odyssey and Sonic Forces. So
yeah. So.
All right, so games that I've been playing recently. So first up, Friday the 13th, the game. They did a huge update. So they changed the beginning and ending cutscenes, or just like all.
Oh, sorry. No, you could continue on with Friday the 13th.
Okay. So they pretty much like changed certain things about the game. So they switched up the cutscenes. They aren't just like videos now. They're actually like in-game cutscenes. And then they introduced small maps to go and have the game pace be increased. So like games will either end very quickly or everyone will escape very quickly. So it's a double-edged sword, I would say, because like at times I'm like, man, we got out super quick, that was fun. And then other times I'm like, man, Jason killed everyone so fast. So I personally am very indifferent about the smaller maps because like some people are like, man, I hate these. That's how I was at first, but I'm like, it does make the game go by a lot quicker, and it does make killing Jason a lot easier because you guys could group up a lot easier and stuff like that. So you know, there are its pros and there are its cons. So
yeah, I think smaller maps are better because in Dead by Daylight the maps are pretty small, so like the action is faster. and people could actually die and stuff, and you could kill the monster. So I think it worked. Well, you can't kill the monster in Dead by Daylight, I don't think. But in Friday the 13th, I think it's better to have smaller maps so people don't just like camp out or, you know, stuff actually happens. So I think it's better to have smaller maps than bigger ones in those games.
Sort of like everyone on like different points of the map and stuff.
Yeah.
So, another thing that I've been playing is obviously League. I haven't played League in a while actually.
Oh, wow.
But why? 'Cause school, man. Fucking.
Alright, that's true.
Goddamn. But last time I played, I went on a pretty bad losing streak. I dropped from D3 to D4, and then I lost a couple more games after that. So, yeah, I haven't played in a while because of school and stuff. But other than that, I've been watching, you know, some Netflix stuff. So I finished up Daredevil season 2. Obviously, that is a great show. I don't think it's better than season 1, but I think it's because season 1 had like that shock factor that it was actually like really, really good. So, and then I watched Luke Cage. Luke Cage is definitely the weakest one out of the 2 other series. So like, I would say Daredevil and then Jessica Jones and then Luke Cage. Because like Luke Cage, there's not a lot of, I would say, great action. Because like Luke Cage, like he's pretty much he's invincible pretty much because like his skin and stuff. So he'll just like run through guys that are just shooting at him. So the action's not all that interesting, but the story and like some of the characters, like some of the decisions that they made within the season, obviously I'm not spoiling anything, but some of the decisions that they made like halfway through the season, I believe, or something like that, like I just didn't like the direction they were going in. But I could see what they were trying to do, but I don't think it really executed all that well. And, you know, reading comments of, like, other reviewers, like, I watched Chris Stuckman's review, and then I was just going through the comments to go and see what other people thought. You know, some people did agree with the points that I was thinking about. So now I have to watch Iron Fist, and that's probably the worst one out of everything.
Yeah, I heard.
Hopefully I could chug through that. I also watched Doctor Strange because it was on Netflix.
Me too. I watched Doctor Strange as well.
Wow, man. All right. So I guess we could talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
I just thought the movie was all right. You know,
Yeah,
like
same.
it wasn't like spectacular or bad, but you know, it was an okay movie because
go on.
Because it's not about like superheroes. It's about like spiritual stuff, which was very different.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so
it just felt very standard, like this is first movie, like
yeah.
I don't know. I did like what the Doctor Strange had to go through because he was kind of a dick, and then he's like, okay, I need to learn not to be a dick, and then they go, and then you get mad. The magic was cool and stuff, but I felt like it just felt very standard first movie. Like it wasn't bad. I think I like Ant-Man more as like an origin.
Yeah,
thing.
definitely liked Ant-Man more. Like right after I finished watching it, my brother was watching it with me, and I was like, "You need to watch Ant-Man. Ant-Man's so much better than this movie." So
it really is. Yeah, I mean, I think it was okay, but like it wasn't like the best. Like I didn't really care too much about Doctor Strange as much as I did like Ant-Man.
Yeah,
so.
Like I didn't care about Doctor Strange before watching it, and after watching it, I sort of felt the same. You know, like I know the character now, I know what he's been through, but you know, I'm still not excited about Doctor Strange. You know.
Yeah, it didn't pull like a Guardians of the Galaxy Ant-Man on me. When like I don't care about these people, but now I really do. With this, I'm just like I still don't care that much. I think the magic stuff is cool, like because you know it looks really cool, but that's about it. It was just okay.
All right. So what was the other game you wanted to talk about, sir?
Overwatch. Alright, so I tried blocking from my mind. So I did my placements, and I went like 8 losses, 1 draw, and then like 1 win. But I almost got plat again, so it's fine. And
okay.
I've been at almost plat for like 2 days, but I can't do it. I keep like losing, winning. It just makes me want to die. Like I'm like so close. I need like 10 more SR points, which is like just 1 more win, and I get plat, and then I'm like happy with myself, but I just can't. It's just so hard, man. Overwatch is a hard game to win because no one listens to anything. So
yeah,
that was that.
Another game that we both played was also the Destiny 2 beta. I know that game's out now. So we did one like dungeon sort of thing, and then we played PvP.
Yes. So the PvP is not that good, and my brother told me because Christian plays a lot of Destiny. And he told me the PvP is just bad, so I'm like, okay, that makes sense because it really wasn't that good. But he said the PvE stuff is really good, so like
yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I really did like the multi-phase like final boss at the end. That was really cool. I just think the gunplay just feels really nice to me. Like it just feels good.
Yeah, that game definitely felt good to control and shoot and everything like that.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of it, like the sci-fi theme and stuff. Again, I really like sci-fi, and when most like MMO things are like fantasy, I'm really glad to see a sci-fi like theme because it just makes me happy. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably pick it up. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Destiny 2 right now, so that's a good thing. I'll probably buy it once it comes out on like the 22nd, I think, of October. So yeah, it's pretty good.
It's already out on console, so
yeah.
Now we get to talk about Life is Strange Before the Storm. So this is gonna be spoilers for the first episode, and yeah, so I guess we could just dive right in. So I want to know your thoughts on it because I literally just played it this morning. So give me some of your input on the first episode.
I liked it a lot. I was kind of worried at first that, you know, because I saw reviews of it and people said, oh, it's not good. I'm like, oh no, did they mess it up? But I think they did a good job. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, we don't need like a prequel. But I think it really establishes where Chloe's coming from and what Rachel is who Rachel is as a person. That it really does like make Chloe a better character, because I was one of those people, I'm like, Chloe is good but I don't really like her that much, but now I'm like, okay, I really get it, like where she's coming from, and I think it did a good job explaining it. Like it's still very angsty, like it's very, like, you know, I feel like if you don't like that teenager angst stuff, you're gonna hate it. And I don't either, but I still liked it a lot.
It's like, well, this is her character, so I'm gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, you see her transitioning, like she's already like, you know, sort of the Chloe, you know, but then you just see her get like more Chloe-y as the time goes on. I don't know, I think it does a good job explaining her situation and why she's doing what she's doing, and not just being an angsty teenager. Like she has like real problems like that suck. So like I think it does explain it extremely well, and I like it a lot. I mean, you want to go over just your overall thoughts before we get into specific stuff?
Yeah, so like I played it this morning. Towards like the end of it, I was like half asleep. I'm not even gonna lie. But what's it called, when like the second half of the episode, like it started getting very emotional. I noticed, and I was like, I could see people like crying to this shit right now. Yeah. So but yeah, overall the first episode was very good. You know, it was very grounded. It showed Chloe back when she was in Blackwell and all of the other characters, you know, before, you know, they met Max and stuff like that. And I really did like this episode. It gave Chloe, you know, much more of a understanding for the player, because like, you know, a lot of people when they first played Life is Strange, a lot of people just did not like Chloe, but
yeah, because people thought she was being angsty to be like an angsty teenager, but you know, like people aren't like that just because they want to. It's like usually because they have a lot of problems.
Yeah,
and
they have problems, and you know, we see those problems surface within Chloe, and also Rachel. That one thing that like she brought up later very surprised me. I was like, oh,
right, yeah,
I could see why they're like friends now, you know. So I guess we can now get into specifics. So
oh, it was also like long, by the way.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours or something like that. You know, that was very surprising to me, because I was like, I'm like an hour 30 minutes in. I'm like, when is this gonna end? And then I was like, oh, this is like 2 hours in. So, let's talk about that like twist with like Rachel first, because like when it was revealed that like her dad was cheating on like some girl at the park, and that's why she was like,
I knew that was her dad immediately, but that's her dad.
Oh my god.
I'm like, oh no.
But yeah, that just like whole like situation was something that I never thought of, you know, that could be like a possible reason on why Rachel and Chloe are friends also, you know, instead of just them being like, we like, you know, this kind of music and, you know, we go well with each other. They also have like this sort of common
issue
thing. This common issue with their dads that, you know, they have, you know, issues with, obviously. So
I think that was a cool like point to like bring like why they're close together, because like they were like, you know, they kind of like were okay with each other before that, but now they're like understand each other's problems a lot more. So that
also before like Rachel opened up to Chloe, like it was like she was known as like the honor student, you know, like the goody two shoe kind of student. Now she's hanging out with Chloe, you know. So that was a very interesting dynamic that I liked. Another thing about the episode that I like was just seeing all of the characters, like all of like the old characters, so like Nathan and like Victoria, and Did
Yeah,
you
Yes, I did.
you messed up her homework?
Yeah, dude.
That was so good. I was like, she said uranium twice. I was like, oh, she spelled F-U. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I like immediately did that. I'm like, I still don't like you, Victoria. Like, I kind of saved you in Life is Strange 1, but I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah. This is a prequel. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
Did you help Nathan when like he was being bullied?
I did help Nathan, yeah, because
Yeah,
I wanted to do that.
I was very surprised when I saw the ending screen that a majority of people helped Nathan. I was like, wow, that was pretty surprising to me. What are your thoughts on like the new mechanic with like Chloe on how like the prompts and like you need to like fill up that bar or whatever?
I actually like it a lot because you know, you don't have your time travel mechanic, which was a huge thing in Life is Strange 1.
Yeah.
And I thought like this game wasn't gonna be as good just because you don't have that mechanic anymore, because that's such an important thing for this like franchise, I guess. But having that you know, that insult battle thingy is pretty cool because it really matches Chloe's character. And you can be really witty about it because you have to like read what they're saying and then take a word and like sort of make that into an insult and be like
it's
sarcastic.
Also timed, which is very different for like Life is Strange decision making.
Yeah, it's like timed and you have to like be like smart about it. So I liked it a lot actually. I never failed one though. Like
Oh no, I failed the one with the stepdad.
Okay.
I messed that one up. I was like, oh shoot, man, I can't rewind or anything. I was like, god damn it.
Yeah, I like it a lot because it's just like you have to like really read what they said carefully and then like pick something really quickly that like counters that. So I don't know, I like it a lot. I think they're really fun to do. So I tried to do every single one if I could. I think I did every single one. So
I think I skipped the one with the principal because I was like, I'm probably gonna mess this up. I don't want to do this.
I did that one. Yeah, that one was hard because some of them you can't mess up at all. So that's one of them you can't mess up at all. So. Yeah, I like that. Like, it's the only bit of gameplay in the game, really, besides, like, walking around and, like, interacting with stuff. Like, there's no real puzzles with your time mechanic, because you don't have that, so... I mean, I'm okay with that, you know.
You play with a mouse and keyboard, right?
Yes.
When it prompted me to press W for, like, the top thing, I was like, wait, what?
Oh, right. Yeah, it did do that, yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know why they changed it up like that. I guess, Deck 9 just couldn't figure it out, or like they just thought that this was like a much easier thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like kind of threw me off at first. I was like, oh god, I gotta like press WASD to like choose decisions.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what the hell is this? I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just press W.
I guess it makes sense for like those times when you're like trash talking someone or whatever.
That's true, yeah.
So instead of like having to like move your mouse and shit. So anything else? Those like flashbacks with Chloe and her dad. Like the first one, I was like, oh look, she's like sleeping while she's going to school, and I was like, oh, she's reliving this moment in her head like over and over again.
I'm like, oh no, Chloe.
Yeah, that's oh my god, man, that's some like pretty messed up stuff. So that definitely caught me off guard because I was like, you know, this like, you know, she didn't get enough sleep last night, you know, her step douche is driving her to school, and you know, she just catching some Z's, and you know, she dreams about her dad, and it turns into the event.
Yeah, it's extremely depressing. Another depressing thing is like how Max kind of just like left like forever.
Oh like, yeah, like how Chloe viewed that as like her just leaving. I feel like that's actually what Max did. But at the same time, from Max's perspective, that's not what happened. I mean,
there's gonna be a Max episode after the 3 parts of this one if you got like the digital deluxe edition.
Yeah, I got
it.
So
it's probably gonna explain what happened, because I'm like, I don't know why Max just ignored her the whole time.
Yeah,
what
just
happened?
Like straight up didn't like text her or write emails or anything like that.
Yeah,
so.
And that's why, you know, why Max was so like, oh god, I'm so sorry, Chloe, when she came back to Blackwell and like the Life is Strange. You know, the previous one. So like it's gonna be interesting to see how that works, because like you just see like it's just like no, Max, what the hell, man, like at least text her, like you have the internet, like it's not like 19 whatever, like come on, man. So yeah, that was cool to also see that she was literally just alone, like that's why Rachel was so important.
She was pretty much alone until she met Rachel. So
yeah, so that's why she was so important to her, and I think it makes her death more meaningful because you know, it's sad when you find her dead body in Life is Strange 1, but it's also
that
you should also probably say spoilers for Life is Strange 1. But
I mean, like, if you're watching this part, you probably like
played it or watched it.
Yeah, probably like expecting it, because like, why would you listen to us talk about Life is Strange Before the Storm when you haven't played the first one? But
that is true. But yeah, when you find her body, like, it's sad and stuff, but I think now it's even more sad because you know how important Rachel was to Chloe before
Yeah.
you came along. Like, you know, it just feels like it hurts more.
It just strengthens that relationship that was previously established.
I still don't understand why people say we don't need a prequel. Like, I think we do, because Rachel didn't have any character in the first.
Yeah, other than like she was there when Max wasn't. Like that's all we knew. But now we know more about her, and I think that Deck Nine's taking it in the right direction.
Yeah.
Right now. Also, did you notice that like well, like in the beginning of the episode, I noticed that like Chloe's voice actress was like sort of different, but like as the episode went on, it sort of like sounded the same to me. I don't know if that was with you.
Yeah, at first I kind of noticed it, but they also make the excuse that she was younger, so her voice is different. But I think the voice actress did a nice job at like try to recreate Chloe. Like it sounds different, but like it's different. It's not as like it doesn't hurt the character. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like you don't really notice it after you play like 30 minutes of it. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like the actress does a good job. She does really well.
Rachel's voice actress I found to be like at first to have like a very deep voice. I'm not sure if you felt that as well.
I don't know if I really felt that. I think her voice actress was okay too. I think actually they recasted like all the characters in this game apparently, like the mom, the stepdad, like apparently
the principal sounded very different.
Yeah, the principal and the stepdad also sounded pretty different too. Like he was a lot more like he was like hamming it up a little bit with the whole military talk. Like I didn't feel like he was like that in the first game. The mom sounded the same though, but apparently she's a different voice actress also.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Probably because they couldn't afford it because it's a smaller game. But.
Yeah, probably. Or it's like in a younger time. It's in the past, so they want to go and get a slightly different voice.
Yeah. I guess. Another weird thing is I know the game is using the same engine, but I feel like sometimes the animations are a little weird. Like when Chloe runs, it just looks weird. Like,
oh yeah. Like whenever I was running, I was like, this looks weird. Also, that scene within the junkyard where she has like the bat and she's like smashing stuff when she's walking like that, I was like, this is so tanky. Like this is so like clunky and stuff, Yeah,
the animations were a little weird. I think the lip syncing is better in this game though. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
The lip syncing looked a lot better, and also like graphically, I just think the game just looks a lot better in general.
Yeah, it's mostly just the animations were a little janky, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing. At the end, you notice Rachel was like, when she was screaming at the fire, you notice all that wind? You think that's important?
I don't know what the hell that was. I'm not sure if that's like a power that she has.
People were saying the tornado was caused by her because of how angry she was at just all of Arcadia Bay, so she just wants to kill it all. That's a theory people were having. So I'm like, So I don't know if she has,
that could definitely be possible. I'm not gonna say it's not, but maybe we'll see as the next 2 episodes unfold.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I think that's about it for this episode of the Two Players Podcast. Is there anything you would like to add, Damian?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, so that is the end of the Two Players Podcast, episode 42. Thank you guys for listening once again. We will see you guys 2 weeks from now with the next episode.
Later.